In this video, Jim Cramer focuses on the important market movements to watch in the coming week. He expresses optimism about Goldman Sachs' earnings potential under new leadership and the legal challenges faced by companies like Johnson & Johnson. Cramer also analyzes key earnings reports from ASML and Taiwan Semiconductor, while also highlighting American Express and Blackstone's upcoming results.
JP Morgan sold the show today with a monster good quarter. Wells Fargo was too run-of-the-mill. That one hurt me for my travel sus. I don't know. You should look at your bulletin. It's really important to be put out. Morgan Stanley, better. Goldman's by far the most controversial. Why? Because as an investment bank, its business can be pretty episodic. I think Goldman can do it because Goldman's a change firm, one that's no longer gripped by the picaresque tradition of Wall Street. I bet CEO David Solomon can deliver on the top and bottom lines. And the top because of trading, that used to be their forte, and the bottom because of rationalization of the bank's table of employment. Basically, they can beat the numbers by firing a bunch of people, which they've been doing. It's smart to do that. We're in a different market. Tuesday, we hear from two more big banks, and by this time, I got to tell you, when we see the numbers from Bank of America and Citigroup, our eyes are going to glaze over. They shouldn't, but they will. I think the Bank of America will be the usual fine self, and Citigroup's gotten so loved that it's probably going to roar no matter what is said, such as the admiration for CEO Jane Fraser, and she certainly earned it. The drug stocks have been having a huge conundrum, right? I mean, they have to dance to the tune of a new FDA, which falls under the purview of a different kind of guy, RFK Jr., at Health and Human Services. He's not exactly pharma-friendly. Meanwhile, they're supposed to be manufacturing all their drugs here, or else they'll be hit with big tariffs. Vaccines are no-nos, at least allegedly. Monkeys are not to be used for testing anymore. It should be used, AI should be used. And in the case of Johnson & Johnson, reports Tuesday morning, we get an update on the firm's legal strategy against those suing the company for cancer that was allegedly caused by J&J's baby talc powder. This stock has been stuck in a range forever. It's a wide one, but at least it's not in a perpetual downturn like some of the other pharma companies. I think it could reverse course and break out as long as we get some big news on any new drug. And by the way, it has a lot of great drug franchises, more than almost every other one. After the close, we get to hear J.B. Hunt talk about how the freight recession continues. Now, these guys are their own worst enemies. I'm on their call all the time. I mean, they are like so downbeat. It's incredible. It's like they're down on themselves. I want to send them, I don't know, the Michelin Man down there, give them a couple of laughs. They need some help. Please be more upbeat. Wednesday morning, Robert Ford from Abbott Labs will tell his usual terrific story about the company's strong franchises while having to mention the special baby formula lawsuits that have hurt the stock's valuation for such a long time. It was 14 points higher not that long ago. During that ridiculous rotation when I told you I had to sell some, these stocks are now all the way back down. That rotation was horrendous, and I still like to find out what firms did that because they should be kept away from anybody's money. ASML Holdings, that's a Dutch company. It's a crucial semiconductor capital equipment business. It also reports, and I fear that it will miss, as it did last time, causing all the high-end semiconductor stocks to roll over. And by the way, AMAT was up big today. That would be go down big if ASML misses. Talk about opaque. I don't even know if these guys know how they're doing right now. It is such a complicated company. We've also got retail sales. Now, I keep hearing that sales were weak. And that this month's been strong because of demand being pulled through ahead of the tariffs. But I don't know. I looked at Walmart, Amazon, and Costco, and their businesses were all really strong in the month of March. I bet the retail number is strong, too, and the long-term interest rates might even go higher than they did this week. This week, I should have pointed out that interest rates went up so much this week that it really disturbed a lot of the trading. A few minutes after 2 a.m. on Thursday, we get to listen to Taiwan Semiconductor talk. Now, lots of people think that this call has become a proxy for Nvidia, which is this is Nvidia's foundry. If it's strong, Nvidia flies. Now, that linkage is now antediluvian, and it hasn't held up under close scrutiny in the last couple of quarters. Well, I'm going to listen, but this time only for the color on the entire semiconductor space, not as a one-for-one for Nvidia. How about a gimme? I think this company is the only gimme that I see this week. This is as close to one as you're going to find. Not too high a price earnings multiple, not yet overly loved, purely domestic business, has pricing power. This is it. It's a universal buy. We recently featured American Express as part of its 150th birthday celebration. Now, this is a company that trades on new card signups, especially from younger people, and I think that it'll deliver on that strength when it reports on Thursday morning. Be careful, though, because American Express's stock trades badly the morning it reports. Badly meaning it doesn't reflect the fundamentals, one way or the other. So it might drop 8 points or go up 8 points and then reverse. I just want you to listen to the call before you pull the trigger. Trust me on this. I know I'm right. Okay, we also hear from Blackstone. That's the private equity firm on Thursday morning. Now, normally we wouldn't be all that focused on this one, but Blackstone has this gigantic data center business within the company. And we need to keep up on these because there are all sorts of doubters now about the data center. That had been a theme that I thought could last for some time. And right now people feel that theme is over. Now, Blackstone will tell us otherwise. It could help the beleaguered stock of Nvidia and a bunch of the companies like Vertiv if Blackstone is positive on data centers. Finally, after the close, Netflix reports. Now, we're lucky to have Friday off for Good Friday because studying the Hydra-headed Netflix call requires a huge amount of time. I always leave a lot of time for it. See, each time it reports, management talks about the rollout of its ad-supported subscription tiers, and the darn ad business is incredibly lucrative. It is what still draws me to the stock. There was a time when the Netflix quarterly conference call was the most exciting thing that happens to us in this business. But the bottom line, that was before the election. These days, nothing coming out of Netflix can possibly keep up with the endless drama from the White House.